Family, we are live. We
We
are
are
live.
perfect.
You say what?
We're saying we are perfect.
We are perfect. I don't know about. I don't know. I don't know if that's.
Good people, let us know if you can hear us. You know what time it is. We out here in this thing. We are back in black with
Wow.
another podcast. Um, Giving people time to come on in. Shout out to those of you who are here. If you are here, hit that like button,
I'm trying to.
thumbs it up. But let us know what the sound is like. Let us know if you can hear us clearly. Let us know if you can hear one of us louder than the other.
That part.
I am holding my Bluetooth so I can speak clearer and sound clearer in the microphone. Let me know if that's too close. Also, let us know if
Yeah. I'm just going to the channel. Never mind me right now. Do your thing, buddy.
oh yeah, also let us know if Damani's mic is too loud, too low, whatever. Perfect. Uh, in the comment section, in the live stream comment section. So as normal, shout out to the sponsors, Drum Tracks app. You can stream all tracks for the price of free 99. It's quiet in this place. It is free to sign up for the app. Um, However, if you want to have access to video content, that is a part of the premium membership. You got to pay $10 a month, or $100 a year.
We got.
We are back up and running
Hold
in
on.
the
Hold
Google.
on, real quick, fam. We got a couple people that's joining in the chat. They say I sound low. I'm gonna have to come up. Do I still sound low, Blake the Great? Shout out to you. Shout out to Drummer Boy 93 who says, "Come on in the room, Bishop." That's what he
Ah,
said.
yeah, boy.
He said he's
He's in
glad
the room.
glad to have us back. Uh,
I don't know about you, but I was glad when they said unto
what
me.
they say unto you, Bishop?
Said, "Let us
Ah, yeah.
go into the house of the Most High God in this place."
Wow, it's definitely been a minute. All of this quarantining going on, man. But like you were saying, you were shouting out the app. You know they know what to do. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Subscribe. It's free. Yeah, I mean, you can sign up for free if you want. You'll get access to be able to stream all of the tracks, over 150 drumless tracks.
you know
You
what it is.
practice, be
You know
creative,
what
and
it is.
find your own. Oh my! Will you stop?
Well, I'm
Be
just saying
creative and find your.
they know what it is, bro. Go ahead.
Are you finished? God,
Go
dog.
ahead, bro.
To practice to be creative and find your own voice when it comes to playing the drums. You can stream all tracks for free as long as you have a Wi Fi connection or a mobile data plan. This app is for mobile devices only. Well, I'm going to say this again. This app is for mobile devices only,
I
meaning
think they hear
no,
you. I think they hear you.
no, they not the man in the back can't hear me.
Okay, so say it louder for
Do
the man in
not
the back. Then,
Do not
yes, sir.
download this to a computer. It is a mobile device, tablet, iPad, iPhone, and for those of you who follow after God, Android.
Wait, why is it?
Okay?
Why is it that those who use Android are the ones who are following after God?
Because we know that the Apple is a copycat of the
Okay,
Google phone.
here
That
we
is that is
go. Oh,
El
all right. Okay.
Mundo. And we also understand that there may be many copies of God, but there's only one.
Okay.
Father who sent his only
Well,
Ayarabase,
listen, I have to stop
begotten
and
Son.
while you're on your rant, I have to stop you and mention that Sam Campbell has entered the room and his first comment is hallelujah in this place. It is quiet. They're not gonna get any help. They're not gonna get any help, Bishop.
Glory, my God, on today.
Well, you need help. You need help. And you need the
The
most help.
deacon is here. The deacon is in the building. Update, real quick update. We are back in the Google Play Store for those of you who follow after God
Man.
and you are an Android user. We are back in there. However, the devil has been busy.
Yes.
And so it is the old app, not the new updated version. So please give us 48 hours. Actually, let's be safe.
No,
72 hours.
yeah, but no, they can still
Get the
download
new
the.
one.
They can still download. They can still
Yeah.
download the app. Or if you're on the Google Play side, you can still download the app. You'll still use it. You'll be good, and there's not going to be any. Shouldn't be any issues. But we do have an update coming soon. Should be within 48 hours. That you guys will
Let's,
also have
let's
another
call it
update to download.
let's call it 72. Let's call it 72 just to be safe. And
Might
for
as
those of
well.
you who think 72 is way too long, let's call it a week. Okay, if you're gonna complain about 72 hours, 5 days,
Listen,
and I'm talking business days.
I don't know about y'all. I don't know if any of you guys have ever started a tech company with an app and try to put it out into the world and help people. But when you do that, it's like there could be issues, and when those issues happen, you got to try to fix them. And then your team is, only so big, and you're doing your best to get it out there. So that's what we've been working towards, working on. That was a big part of the break we took in what was it, March when we took that? Was it that break we took it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Our
So
last podcast was about a month ago, maybe a
right,
month.
and so we were trying to we needed a break to set up some things, but we also needed to work on trying to get this update going and some other things going with the app. And then COVID-19 just took everybody by storm. It's been wild. And to think that we were just in DC in February, right? At the end of was it the end of February we were in DC?
Last week of February,
Last week of
yes.
February we were in DC. A week to 2 weeks later, the world shut down. And so, we're just sitting here, trying to adhere to the social distancing. That's why we're in two different spaces. And, still working on the updates and trying to get them to you guys with all of that is going on. And so, yeah, you could download the app. We will have some updates coming. There's some other things that we'll be talking about coming soon. But that's what we've been up to. And we also got some new tracks on the way. Because as you guys know, I did go to DC in February, and I was actually working on a project for myself as an artist, because I am an artist as well. And all of those songs are going to be released on the app as well. And plus, we have just new play along tracks in general. And so, yeah, just wanted to hit you guys with the updates before we get into what we're getting into today. You got anything else for them, Sticks?
Um, Let me think. No, I already said that. I was about to say the videos. If you want to subscribe to having video lessons
Yes.
are also on the app. And I already said that. $10 a month or $100 a year. If you sign up for the yearly membership, you save $20. Basically, you save 2 months, get 2 months free. So you might as well sign up and get your lessons on, because it's not just about um, being able to play the music by yourself. We have some guidelines, some teachings for those of you who desire lessons. We have rudiment, have a whole rudiment section. We have a whole workout section. We have gospel lessons, strictly gospel. We have stuff for beginners who have never touched the drums before. Like, I don't know where to start. We have a how to play section. We have a beginner section, which is right after the how to play section. So we have a little bit of stuff for every single person, even advanced drummers. Most advanced drummers, you know how we are. We don't really think we need lessons, but there's some things in there that you can add into your repertoire, things that you already know how to do, but don't think to do it.
Yeah,
There's some stuff in there for you
that
guys as
part.
well. And also, lastly, we have Do the Work Camp, Volume 1. It's in there. We have the Modified Shed Camp. It's in there. Shed Camp Volume 1 featuring Enrique.
Oh my God.
My man. Ain't no time, baby. Time up. Happy New Year, baby. You know what time it is. It's all on the app. You know what it is out here in these streets. Okay, so let's not prolong it. You know me. I like to get to the get
Oh
and
my
get going. So
goodness.
please, D, lead us
Goodness.
into today's topic.
Goodness gracious, man. Hope today, man. What we were really hoping for, what I was really hoping for. I mean, I'm gonna start with you, Sticks, but I'm wondering how everybody's doing, man. Like just with the COVID-19, the shutdown, no gigs. We know that it's affecting a lot of drummers. We know that even musicians who are playing in church, like churches are closing down, and a lot of them are going live. But we say a lot of churches are going live because we see churches going live, but there's a lot of churches who don't have live capabilities whatsoever. They are still having church circa 1973, and some even listen. It's just the truth. Some churches are even having church circa 1990. Some churches are having church circa no listen circa 1903. You see what I'm saying? And so, you know, with that being the case, the musicians that were playing there that were getting paid are not getting paid because they're not having service. And you know, even myself, I play at three churches, right? And while I still am
And
getting,
you're still a sinner.
what are you talking about? This is
You're a heathen.
listen. You're going somewhere else. Stick with me. I know it's been a minute. But stick with me now. We've had
I've been baptized in the blood.
well, they usually baptize people in the water. I don't know what church you went to, but
Exactly. You baptized in the water, baptized in the blood of the Lamb.
in the blood. No, but the they two of the churches I play at are still paying. One of the churches that I'm playing at just did temporary layoffs for all their musicians, and it's crazy because that church has is not a small church that did that, but they just did temporary layoffs to all their musicians, and that's just what it is. It's what's happening, and so I'm wondering how uh other drummers and musicians have been dealing with it. Like me, I've been doing other things. Like of course, we got the app situation we're still doing. I scored a documentary. That was a pretty fun thing to do. Uh, I actually took a gig. Believe it or not, bro. I had a gig where I had to go live on Facebook and do a performance and got paid to do it.
Mm.
I'm wondering, how have you been dealing with it? And then I want to take it to those who are following in the comments. What have they been doing to survive the COVID-19? Whether, even if it's not like things that they're doing to make money, but like, what are you doing to survive this quarantine time? Is it difficult? Do you like just being in the house and it's cool? You still just doing your thing? Or, do you got ways to cope? Are y'all going for walks? Or how are you exercising? Like, what's been your routine?
Well, I've been hoeing
Wow.
and male stripping.
Wow.
I've been male stripping for recently widowed older elderly women
Wow.
from I've been making
Oh
house
my
calls. You
god.
feel me? That's
Oh, I
been your
almost
boy.
regret the fact that I had this idea to call you and say, bro, let's do the podcast. I know we're quarantined, but let's do the podcast from the house. We could do the Zoom situation. I
Yeah,
almost regret it. With that
yeah,
idea
brother.
alone.
I've been
Jesus
um
Christ.
I've been putting in community service work, Bishop.
Jeez. Well, I mean, are you enjoying your work? That's the question. Now, are you having fun with these older citizens that you are helping out?
It literally has its ups and downs. Up and down, Doc. Up and down.
I'm
You know what
done.
I
I am through, bro.
mean? All right. Uh, Mine's simple. I live beneath my means, so
Yeah.
it's a little easier for myself because this is how I've always lived. As far as they called it a quarantine life, I keep to myself. I'm an introvert. I go to the gym. I practice, and then I go home and things like that. Basically, three different places. I go to the bank when I deposit my checks. That's it. I don't go out like that. So this quarantine life is really just a everyday thing for myself. Um,
Well, I mean, are you still
only
able to go to the gym?
That's the thing that got canceled. Well, the gym did get canceled. I was going to the gym at the beginning. They canceled the gym, or they closed the gyms in the middle of March. So the first 2 weeks of March, when they tried to shut everything else down, everything else was shut down. And of course, the gym was scarce. People were afraid. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get it. And I still went because it's just like I don't have the time to worry about the fears of life. I'm like, I got to still live my life. So I was still going to the gym because that is a place where I like to meditate. And then also just to be healthy, exercise and a lot of things like, cardios for the inside of your body. It's not just about trying to be a bodybuilder with a
Right.
19 pack.
Yeah, it's
It's
good for
like,
your
no,
lungs.
this
It's
is
good for
about
your heart. It's good for you.
good for your organs.
Yeah.
So that thing shut down. Out of my gigs, I have four main gigs, and two of them have shut down completely. The other two is still keeping me afloat. So that is it there. I also spent when I was, this is more of a personal topic, but when I was searching for myself, I quit a lot of gigs on purpose and was living on an income that was classified as homeless. If you looked at my my paycheck, it was like, bro, even my drum friends was like, fam, how are you doing it? But I was in a state of just trying to find myself and find the bigger purpose in life of what I want out of my life. Not saying everyone else needs to follow that guideline, but I want to say two or roughly 2.5 years. I'll just call it two though, just to be safe. 2 years literally making next to nothing and spending way beneath my means. When I say way beneath, it was like, yo, if I can survive off of 2 meals per day, then I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? Even if I may be a little hungry for a third or fourth meal, I don't actually have the money to do
Right.
that. Like everything was timed out where it's like, yo, I have this much gas for the week.
Right.
So if there's an extra trip outside of my, I don't know, 7 trips that I have to make this week or whatever it is, 15 trips I have to make this week. Hey fam, I actually can't do it, but I can put pencil you in for next week though.
Right.
I'll make you a
Right.
part of the 15 situation next week. So
Yeah.
I did that before, and after doing that for 2 years, this situation is more like, okay, I just have to go back to doing that. And I know how to do it. So it's not like, oh my God, what am I going to do,
Right.
man?
Right.
So it's like,
Right.
no, I've done this before and I did it for 2 years. This is going to be a few months. And I mean, well, the government's saying maybe longer, but either way, I'm straight. This is a normal life for myself. But I have also taken the advantage of cheap flights. I've been visiting family and friends, homies, kinfolk, across the state because the airplanes is empty. You getting whole rows to you don't even need first class. Okay, you can sit in the back of the plane, kick your legs all the way smooth out, go visit the fam. Tickets that would cost you literally $500 to $700 to book at the last minute.
Wait, $500 to $700? That is not a cheap flight.
Yeah, yes. Typically, if I had to fly, let's today is Sunday, right now. If you're like, yo, I gotta make an emergency trip Wednesday,
Uh huh.
3 days from now, that ticket's gonna run you 500 to 700,
Right.
depending on
Right.
where
Right.
you're.
Right.
But I've looked up flights and they're like $178. I don't know if they're still like that now. I haven't traveled in probably 2 weeks,
Hmm.
two maybe 3 weeks. But back then, it's like, yo, that same trip was $178
So in March you was
round.
traveling.
Yeah, in
Got you.
March, and then I did the first week of April.
Got you.
So March and March. So yeah, I just stuff that I was gonna do this summer already. I said, you know what? Let me get on it now because honestly, I thought they would shut the airplanes down,
Yeah. No.
and because
They're still going.
they're still going, but the flights were so cheap. I was like, there's no way they can sustain this. Like this is ridiculous. And not only is it 100, let's call it $200, $200 round trip for last minute, which means if you buy it ahead of time, some of these flights is only 75 to
Right.
$100.
Right. Depending on where you're going.
Not only is it cheap, but out of a plane that seats 150 people, there's maybe 25 folk on the plane. So I'm like, they finna shut all this down. So I was like, let me get this down because we don't know when the world is gonna open back up. It could open up in June, July, or it could open up in November. So my June and July and August trips, I'm sitting there like, yo, we
Right
finna
now.
knock this out. Right now. Like
Right.
we finna knock this out. Some stuff like going to meet with family members who also play music and stuff like that, who want to do music with me and go into it. They pay money, go into an actual studio and record. I was gonna go to record, but it's like, hey, can't record. That studio shut down, but I'll still come visit. Come see the fam and this, that, and the third. So
Right. Right. Right.
that's what I've been up to. As of right now, no current trips coming up. Well, I might have one more coming up, but
Okay. Have you?
that's been
What
been
would
your
you?
boy.
Because you said that the one thing that did stop for you was the gym. Have you been doing anything to exercise at all, or you just kind of just waiting for the gyms to open back up?
I've been waiting for the gyms to open back up. I'm not gonna lie to anybody out there. Okay, like, oh, buddy, I'm in there. I'm in there. I figured it out. I'm in the playground. You feel me?
Well,
Like, no, that
the
has not
playgrounds.
been
Well, here in Northern California, the playgrounds are closed. But
that too. But
yeah.
there are people who are doing basic stuff, which I am going to start. I'm actually starting tomorrow. Just doing a mile run in the morning, which wouldn't take long.
Right.
Uh, it is like the whole gym thing for me is a part of my process of getting my day started.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, I've been slacking as far as just not utilizing things like, hey, let me just go run for a mile. Because
Right.
I don't just do cardio, I do weightlifting, and it's a whole little process of getting my morning started. I'm up at 4 in the morning to go to the gym to get everything started. Then I have all of my energy. I'm good. Come back, eat. I'm ready for the drums now. And I can do drums, between 2 to 4 hours every day in the morning time. As in before, if you tried to wake me up at 7, 8 in the morning to get on the drum set, it's just a groggy type of sluggish practice.
Right.
And you're half dead when you're playing, bro. It's just like your articulation is not there, your dexterity is not there. So the gym got my blood going, got my energy going, and then by the time I show up to the studio to practice between 7, 8, or sometimes 9 o'clock, the energy is just through the roof, as if I've been drinking energy drinks all day,
Right. Right. Right.
or
Right.
drinking really healthy smoothies all day. So yeah, the gym I've been not doing my morning anything. The playgrounds are closed, but you can go up there. You can sneak up there, bro. Like ain't no cops out there
Sure, you can.
trying to.
Well, one of the days there was cop on my house, but yeah, like I haven't because I go to the gym. I lift weights. I don't really like to run because if I run because I'm much heavier than you are, and if I run too many days in a row, and it could be just because of the shoes that I have. Maybe if I got better shoes, it would do better. But I'll have shin splints like out of nowhere. After about 2 days of doing it, 2 or 3 days running, I'll have
Yeah,
shin splints. I've had
but your stance is different. The way your feet are.
right, right, and then also not only just the shin splints, but the last time I ran, because I was like, cool, I'm gonna start running, and I ran at the park by my house. If you run around the park at my house twice, it is a mile, or it's a little more than a mile. But I ran around it like three times, and the next day, my Achilles was so tender I almost couldn't stand on it. But I didn't feel any pain while I was running. I didn't feel any pain afterwards. But the next day in the morning, my Achilles was done for a day and a half. And so,
Brother, you gotta stop trying to be a track star and get back to the old time legend. Go to the store, go to the shoe store, pay less, get you some cleats, get on the grass, and get
cleats.
off the asphalt, bro.
No, we was on.
Go do
That was when I was on the grass.
okay, but it wasn't cleats. Okay, and
No, I definitely wasn't cleats.
Deacon Sam can help you with this. Get back to your lineman workouts. Yes, you're going to look like an idiot out there by yourself in a 3 point stance. No one cares though, because not many people will be out there. Get
Yeah, no,
back to your three point.
nobody's out there. But the one thing that I have been doing though is I have been taking long walks, like walks that are no less than 2 miles, and I'll do that once or twice a day. Because I mean, when you take for granted the amount of calories you actually burn moving around throughout your day, going from the house to the car, driving to wherever you're going, even if it's to practice and you get on the drums, you burn calories. To walking back to the car, going to wherever you're going, walking around, doing whatever you're doing, and so it's not like I increased my calories a ton, but what I noticed was like, yo, I'm gaining weight because I'm actually sitting around and not doing. I'm not moving. We're not doing anything, and that's when I decided to start the walks every day and to and then I just said since I'm not moving, I just had to reduce what I was eating. Just like okay, I mean I don't need 3 meals a day if I'm not moving at all. You know what I'm saying? Like at that point, you don't need to eat as much. At least I don't. I'm
Yeah,
not saying for
I think there's a deeper thing to that. We can discuss that off camera, but I
sure.
think there's
I
a
mean, I'm
situation.
definitely interested. When this is over, you tell me. So what? But
Yeah,
what I've been doing is definitely the walks. The walks are great though too, because not only, especially in the morning and in the evening, because it's still cool outside in the morning. It's cooler outside in the evening. The wind is blowing. There's not a lot of people out. You clear your mind. You can listen to some music, whatever the case is. Whatever would work for you. But for me, listening to music, maybe listening to an audio book, sometimes not listening to anything and just thinking or not even thinking and just trying to observe and be in the moment type thing. It's a good change of space, good change of pace, and just looking at the room or the house that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? So that's the
this is normally. Oh, go ahead. My
no,
bad.
I'll just say that's because other than that, like I was gonna say, my life has been similar to yours in that I don't go a ton. Like I don't live. I live beneath my means. I had a period in my life where I was also broke, and I'm talking about like paying paying bills. Like I'm looking at my bills, like okay, I'll pay you this month, you next month, maybe you next month, you're definitely not getting paid this like that type of thing. Like oh, I gotta eat though, so we're gonna have food. I'm gonna make sure the lights are on. This is gonna get like
I
I've
pay you. I pay you next month. Maybe
maybe
you might get it.
maybe like I've had that experience, and so because of that experience, I also am an avid saver, and I always make sure that I have money on hand. And so when all of this came down, I looked at first I was looking at, okay, what income is getting cut, what's happening, and I wasn't getting cut at first, and then it came down, and oh, you're getting cut, but I was only getting cut a little bit, so I'm still able to pay all my bills. I'm fortunate in that way, but I'm also looking at my savings though, because to me it's a problem if I only have enough to pay my bills and don't have enough to put money away to save. And so I was looking at my savings and I was like, oh, I'm actually be all right, even if this thing goes for 4 or 5 months, because I've been saving money. And that's what I think that most of us as musicians don't tend to do. And a lot of it may have to do with the fact that we don't make enough as musicians to save money. But we can, because we talked about this in a whole other podcast where we have seasons where we're making a whole bunch of money, right? Like it may be the summer and you're killing it with the cover band gig and playing weddings and corporate parties and all kinds of stuff, and then all of a
Or
sudden,
even those who tour with
right,
major artists,
right, and you might go
you're
on tour
touring,
for
but then
three
there's
months.
3 4 months.
Yep,
Yeah.
and you're making a good amount of money, but when you come home, or you've been on tour because you've been buying clothes because you was in Paris or wherever you was at, and you've been buying shoes because they don't have these over where I'm from, but then when you get home, and then COVID-19 strikes, man.
E-
So
even before COVID-19, you get
right,
home and the next tour don't start for another 4 months.
what you gonna do?
Then what?
And all you got is $100 gigs in your town. It's yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, I'm similar to you in that way that I've had the experience of being more than broke, where you don't know how you're gonna pay, whatever the case is. So because of that, I'm also an avid saver. So I'm financially, I'm okay. Uh, but what has changed for me is the gym. I have not been able to go to the gym now. Fortunately, I do have weights here at my house, and but what I'm gonna start using those weights. I haven't been using them, but I'm gonna start using them, and I'm gonna buy a bench because I need a bench. And if I get a bench though, this is the thing. If I get a bench, I'm gonna probably cancel my gym membership because I got enough weights at the house. It's just like, yo, forget it. And I'm only paying $10 a month for the gym. So so
I like to. I What I have learned is I can do literally everything that I need to do at home.
you can.
But, huh?
I said you can.
Yes, but I do like the degree of separation. I like
Yep.
getting up and leaving to go to the gym. I like getting up and leaving to come to here to
Right.
practice. Can I set it up at the crib? Absolutely. But getting out and getting sunlight, if for those of you who don't know, like I said, we'll talk more off camera, but sunlight kills viruses. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. Get as much sunlight as possible. So it's like I like to get out of the house, even if it's not nothing crazy. Like I don't live that far from the places I need to get to. It's not like I got to drive 45 minutes. I don't live in, Southern California where it's an hour
Oh
everywhere
my
because of
God.
traffic.
Hate
Traffic
that
has died
place.
down, but it's ridiculous. Like
Is it
you,
still? Have you been to Southern California during this time?
no, I was going to visit my sister, but we have to talk about that off camera as
Yep.
well.
It's all
That,
good.
yeah. So they, yeah, I have not been. That's one place I haven't gotten to
Hmm.
yet. But I was going to go buy the ticket for that, but anyway, we'll talk about that off camera. Uh, so it's not like I live super far. So it's like, yeah, you could stay at the house, but why not get some fresh air?
That
Why
part.
not just keep, sitting there breathing in the same air, being cooped up in the house? And it's like, nah, it's good. I'm finna go on out to my studio like normal. Try
Yep.
to go to the gym. No, the gym is shut down. So now when I do my run starting tomorrow, I'm just gonna run in the neighborhood, kind of like you. The park is right there.
Yep.
Just do a couple laps around the park. I did not. I forgot to purchase running shoes. You got to purchase running
I
shoes
do
for the feet.
because I have flat feet. I mean, my feet are flat at bro, like extremely flat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell this quick story real quick. I gotta tell the story. When I was in fourth grade, we did feet painting. Like everybody was doing painting their feet and then putting their foot on a piece of black paper. They painted their feet white, and we put our feet on the black paper, and you'd have your footprint. And so everybody was doing their feet, and of course, all the footprints look similar. They got the little arch in there, and I was like, "Cool, it's my turn to do the foot thing." And I did the Brody, don't laugh. I painted my foot, and then I put it in the I put it down on the black paper. And when I pulled my foot up and I looked at it, And everybody that was around me was looking at it like
Look like a guitar amp with toes.
they were like, "What is that?" And I was thinking the same thing. I was like, "Yo, what is how it?" And so then when I remember when I got home, I went to my pops and I was like, "Pops, why does my footprint look like this?" And I said, "Everybody else's footprint has an indentation like right here, and mine doesn't. Like, what is why?" And my dad looked at me and he smiled. He did. He looked at me and he smiled and he was like, "Son, you have flat feet." And I was like, what is that?" But my dad has flat feet. And so,
Okay.
but there, I mean, I guess you don't have to tell you like it's not like you're gonna tell your kid when he's 9 or 8 years old and that you have flat feet. Like that's not important. But that day it became important because I didn't know, and so I think that also may have something to do with like the type of shoes that I actually need to have in order to not injure myself
I,
while exercising.
I don't know any I don't know any shoes that you're supposed to get specifically. So if anybody in the comment section has flat feet, y'all can let us know what type of shoes to get. I would say that
Grace said
for
they thought I was from another planet, bro. I thought I was from another planet for a minute. I was like, I thought that something was wrong with me, that I needed to go see the doctor because my feet aren't normal. That's what I. That's.
Man, they're not they're not normal. He stepped on my toe once and my whole foot was covered. Uh, so I was number one. I hate running just to run. I'm not gonna. I'm one of them same people, bro. I'll be bored on the treadmill. Yes, I'll be bored on the treadmill, but also just to go outside and run, to run the neighborhood or run the park, that I hate. But because my first love along with music was basketball, I love doing cardio with basketball. That's why I made the suggestion for you
Right, do a
to
football workout.
do some football because it's like you're not just working on a steady pace movement. It's kind of like with the drums. You don't have any control if you just work on speed with what's the word I'm looking for? With no differentiation.
Right.
So if I just go cool, whether that's hands or feet, great. But you won't have any control over the slower notes. So you can't go and sound clean all the way through because you didn't work on it. You just worked
Right.
on a steady. So doing calisthenics for football or for basketball works on your agility, not just, hey, you can be in shape for your inside, for your heart and your lungs and all of that. But if you're running and I need you to make a quick turn or a quick cut or
Right.
bend down to pick up,
Right.
anything,
It's gonna
football,
look
you have
bad.
the stance. Yeah, you'll bend down and you'll stand up like something just clicked in my side. I don't know what it is. I'm done for the day.
Right.
So
I mean, but bro,
that's
we're
why I
not. We're
suggest that.
also not 22 anymore. So I'm
I'm
not.
not so Brody. I'm not saying go as hard as the coaches told you to go
I'm
back
like,
in the day,
I'm like,
where
bro,
they're like
there's a slight
family.
difference. Like I know some pro football, some players that played NFL football, and they are now retired, and it's just not the same, Brody. It's just you know what I'm saying, like
It's not. I listen. I have injuries myself that I don't discuss, but just from all of the
yeah,
overuse of body, and of
right,
course, as athletes, especially male athletes, the male side of things, we got to play through everything. You play hurt all the time. Like if you any type of pain, side, finger, toe,
yep,
ankle, head, it's just like, bro, man up. Like
wrap
we're
it up,
being sore.
yep.
Yeah, like bro, you like I rolled my ankle in a game, and the coach is like, all right, tape it, let's go. Like we need you. It's like, no, no, you don't understand. My
And you
ankle
better
has an
make the
ankle
shot,
on top of that.
and you better make the shot because if not, you're running suicides after the game.
Oh, all day long. Like, and me being a team captain, the coach was on my helmet all the time. I learned later that it was just to push me
Right,
because they believed more in me than I thought at the time.
right,
But it was the type of stuff of, yo, the next day we waking up at 6 a.m. having a run on the track. And when everybody finishes, I finish first because I'm the captain. He's like, oh no, you got 2 more laps. Huh? I just did 10 laps around the track. Nah, that was 8. And then you look at the assistant coach like, wait, how is 8? Are you sure? Because everyone else stopped right after I
Bro,
stopped.
you knew good and well when you was in high school, you didn't know how to count. They had you. You
Oh,
should have just.
okay.
You should have.
Okay. Trust you, Brody. But anyway, yeah, the body is toe back. But I'm saying those type of workouts are a little bit more fun to do. Do it in moderation. Don't go hard like you did when you was 16 through 25. For those of you who did both high school, some college, or even if you worked out after college, stuff like that. Just some basic stuff. Because I noticed my cardio is not running. My cardio is actually on the basketball court
Got you.
and doing just some basic moves. I'm not even going. I'm not going 100% for sure. I don't even think I'm going 75. I'm probably going 50%, but just still having the agility to twist my body uh, like this, or still having the ability to bend over, stand up, because those are the things that I discussed with my parents about. And when you see my father had shoulder surgery,
Yeah.
and you see that he lost mobility to be able to even pick up a cell phone
Mm.
to make a phone call,
I didn't know
it's like,
that.
oh, you don't want that. And so, yeah, I mean, we did rehab to get him out of it. His shoulder's fine now.
Got
But at that time, it's like, yo, you can't even move this. And so when I asked my dad and even my mom, what do y'all do for your workouts? They're like, listen, I just want to be able to move.
you.
I
Right.
want to be able to wash a dish if I
Functional.
need to wash a dish.
Right.
Yeah, be functional. So those type of workouts, for those of you who are stuck at the house wanting to get out and still do some cardio, stuff like that. Do that, man. Do the sports you used to do. If you're a baseball player, do some baseball workouts, whatever those are. I'm not a baseball player. I don't know.
Got you.
For those of you who don't play sports, do some other calisthenics besides just running, jumping jacks,
Yep.
push ups, sit ups, yada, yada, so on and so forth. Um, so yeah, that's what I need to get back to doing. I hope that they open up these gyms. They talked about phase one, reopening gyms. We don't know if it's going to happen.
Even when they open up gyms, they're only going to be allowing a certain amount of people in at a time, right?
Yeah, but I go at 4 in the morning. They'd be
Yeah,
dead in there.
yeah,
So
yeah. It is what it
I'm
is.
cool.
Well, look, bro, because we've been on this podcast for a minute. I wanna kind of see what they have been saying about how they've been able to
They've been
make
over there.
it.
I know what they're saying. Y'all been scared. Y'all been over there washing your
Uh,
hands like. And here's the other problem.
bro, you should wash your hands, bro. There's
No,
nothing wrong with washing your
right,
hands.
that's what I'm saying, bro. Listen, all these people wearing these masks and gloves, cut it out. Okay, you got to stop. You got to the glove thing, maybe. The mask thing, you're still breathing the same air, family. Cut it
Well,
out.
they do have unless you have an N95 mask though. The N95 masks are the ones that do. That's the ones they wear in the hospital, and those are the ones that actually can filter out viruses. Like it won't let the virus through if you have that on.
Or just a healthier diet. But anyway, I saw a man at the airport, too, wearing mask. Went into the bathroom,
Okay.
no gloves.
Okay.
Walked smooth out, flush and rush, no washing hands, but you got the mask on. I'm just trying. I'm trying to figure out.
But that's not everybody though. That's not everybody though.
Brody, it's like 90% of men.
Well, listen,
You be in the gym. You know how them cats in the gym do.
I rarely go in the bathroom in the gym intentionally, but
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I mean, I definitely have been washing my hands a lot more than I have previously. So much so that my skin was drying out and starting to like I haven't had eczema since I was a child, and I was starting to have it on my hands because of how often I was washing my hands, and they were just super dried out, and I had to like start moisturizing with like Eucerin and stuff like that again. But you feel me? Like it just is what it is. Let me see what they're saying on here. There's a couple people saying that my mic is still was too low. I'm wondering if it's still too low. Either way, I have recorded this, but the majority of this podcast in the audio in Logic, so I can attach it and repost it later.
Yeah, I had to turn my headphones up, so I don't know if I'm too loud or if it's just he needs
Well,
to
they
bring
said
his
it.
mic
They said you're too. Because I'm looking at the audio inside of the streaming software, and my audio is actually lower than yours. Talk Sarl real quick.
Whoa, who?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Yours.
Okay.
Okay.
Test. I just want to make sure that I'm not too loud, like distorting.
No, you're
That's
not.
all. But
You're not distorting. You're not distorting. But my mic was
we're
not.
already,
My mic was much lower than yours inside of the program.
we're already 2 hours in,
Yeah.
so it is what it is at this point. So what are they up to? Please don't tell me you guys are at the house terrified with this social distancing,
Nah. I'm gonna read to you what they're saying. Hold on. There's
30 feet away from people.
We got Sam Campbell says he's been sustained through his day job. He said he just got drum mic, so he's been recording and getting that down and doing some church work. Been doing a couple of drum drum cover series, dropping something. He said he's dropping something hot on dropping something hot on Friday on IGTV. So shout out to Sam. I think that is a dope thing that drummers should do, especially like right now. If you can, if you're a drummer and you're a decent drummer, you can play. You need to get a mic set up and learn how to record drums because you can collaborate with people that way. There's churches right now that are needing to live stream or record the songs, for the way that they do them. And if you can record drums, like I've been watching one of the homies from the Bay Area who plays drums. He's been recording drums for his church at the house. He doesn't even have to go to the church. He's been recording drums, recording his parts and sending it to him. I mean, it's 2020. I think learning how to record yourself is a skill that drummers need to have.
Well, I will say this: I did that as well. I recorded here. Um, Drummers, for those of you who are like, yo, I ain't got the bread for no decent, mics, then what you should do is look at it as an investment. Let's say you don't even have the bread. Find the cheapest mics possible just for learning purposes. So therefore, when things open back up and you have the money to get better mics to submit some, more tracks and record with people, you already know what to do and it sounds a lot better. So for those of you who just, when I say broke, like, man, I got $100. Like, okay, well, find you some $100, a set of mics for $100. Yeah, it's going to sound terrible, but it's going to be the learning process of recording yourself, listening back, going on YouTube, learning how to mix your drums and send in decent situations, learning basic stuff like EQs, gating, reverb, compression, all that, just basic stuff. No, you're not a studio engineer, and if you do a professional recording, they'll probably have you send it in with no plugins on it at all, and they'll do the mixing. But just knowing 2+2=4 when it comes to that.
And there's YouTube lessons. There's YouTube lessons all day that tell you how to do all of this stuff. Like I get asked, and this is, and to everybody who's watching this, just so you guys know, one of the things that I'm getting ready to start adding to the app is actual live sessions. I'm gonna start going over well, it won't be live, but I'm going to screen record. You'll be able to walk through how we get the drum sound that we get for our previews. I've been getting questions about that left and right, how we get the sound that we get, how are we mixing our drums. We've
been getting a ton of questions. I mean, just everybody asking, the thousands and thousands of you. You got to say it like a real.
Wow. First of all, I have been getting a ton of questions in real life about that. But so I mean, I'll be going over that. So they'll be able to see, and we got different snares and stuff like that in the studio, so we can tell how, this is how we EQ this snare, this is how we treated this snare. It depends on the sounds you want. There is no one size fits all. It all depends on what you're going for. There's some general rules, but I'll be going over all that inside the app. You guys will, those of you who are subscribed, will see. But let me get on to some more of these comments, man. They said they got jokes. They said we're having Teddy Riley technical difficulties tonight.
Say the name. But say the name of who said that.
Blake the Great. He said we having Teddy Riley technical difficulties.
What is that about? I saw like maybe 3 memes on Instagram. What happened?
I didn't see the live because I was not on Instagram at the time. But I guess Teddy Riley and Babyface were supposed to be doing a battle, and it was supposed to be this super hyped up thing. I think there was like over 1 million people in that live. And while they were in there, I guess Teddy Riley was supposed to be going, and his hype man was going dumb hard, and they was dancing dumb hard, but nobody could hear anything. And and so everybody was frustrated.
I want to visualize.
Bro, you don't have to. You just log on to Instagram and go.
So it sounded and looked like this. Yo. Like.
Bro, I mean, I'm talking about up dancing and everything, the way they had the camera set. But here's the thing. I tried to go live on Instagram a few weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, and tried to use, you remember when I tried to use that piece? It doesn't work. Instagram is not a platform where you can live stream with high quality audio. It's just not.
Drummer boy Aaron did it with the iRig. He plugged his drum mics into a mixer, and the mixer into the iRig into his iPhone.
And it worked out?
Every time. His channel got shut down back when he had 44,000. Drummer boy Aaron.
How did his channel get shut down?
I don't know. It's not there. That's all
Wow.
I know.
Well, was he going live in doing that, or were that just his recorded
Live,
videos?
live. I went out to visit him. He was live. I was cameraman one time. He was live. He pre-mixes his drum. It's a basic mix. Just
Sure,
right
but
in.
still, even if you can do that, that's not bad. That's
Yeah,
better
and
than.
then
I
from
mean,
there,
I guess you got. I guess I didn't have the right cables, but like on the thing that's dope about Facebook or YouTube, we can go live, and I can actually have uh Pro Tools or Logic. I can be running sounds through my DAW.
yeah, you just need well, he has an iPhone. You need an
I
iPhone
don't.
to do.
I don't have an iPhone right now, but
Good man. So you've been following after God.
anyway, let's check out some more of these comments before we get up out of here. Blake the Great says, I'm so used to being in the house, it don't really bother me that much at all. I don't miss hanging out with my oh, he said I do miss hanging out with my friends though. I thought he was like I don't miss hanging out with my friends. Like, bro, you need new ones. But nah, he said he does miss hanging out with his friends though. I feel it. Shout out to Joseph Matthews, said Detroit's in the building. He was one that was also telling me to turn up the mic. Sam Campbell says he walks around the he says walk around the he was trying to give me advice. Walk around the block and do short bursts of sprints around a certain distance. That's almost like when you was playing football, or even like at PE in high school when they were trying to get you to run the mile. They tell you to run the corners and walk the straights, or walk the corners and jog the straights.
Yeah, yeah.
That
I'm
type of thing.
get down. I'm saying the 3-point stand. You don't have any. You don't have the thing to push.
Right.
But if you had something that you could push on, it's like, yo, you're working on arm strength, you're working on legs, you're working on core, lower back, being able to stand up and get down. If you did the old foot fire rolls, y'all used to roll on the ground and hop back up, stuff like
Yup.
that.
Are you chop your feet, chop your feet, chop your feet, they blow the whistle, you roll over, you get back up, chop your feet, they blow the whistle, you roll over, get back up, chop your feet, that type of thing.
That's what I mean, to avoid the shin splints.
Yep. They said that and traffic. Sam also said traffic in LA has been non-existent.
We both say
Maybe a good time. Maybe a good time to go visit your sister. But that's pretty much it, man. We just wanted to get on here and catch up with you guys. We'll be back.
Whoa. Let me stop y'all here because this is a drum channel, but I got to talk to the fellas out there. Listen, you're cooped up in the house.
Oh my God! I can just the look on your face
tells
me
listen,
you're going in the wrong U-turn. Turn around.
I'm not going with the other side. I'm telling you, brothers, now. Don't fall for the trick when old girl comes over. Strap up and protect yourself. There's gonna be little kids coming out of the situation, and Brody, and I'm telling you too. You married, Bishop. Watch yourself. You're gonna have Damani Jr. coming out here real soon because you just cooped up in the house with nothing to do. You can't get home.
That's one thing that I have been doing. Like I said, well, hold on, let me rephrase that.
Text, Bishop. What does the Bible say in Proverbs? May her breast satisfy you. That's scripture. That's Bible.
You need help.
But when David saw Bathsheba,
we've been pretty productive. We didn't shot a music video. I've recorded at least 2 new songs with Vadia and for Vadia. Of course my EP is almost done. I've been doing all the post production and mixing with that, and we just recorded something that's gonna go out on Instagram tomorrow, I believe. It's a nice little arrangement. I think you'll like it. So yeah, I've been pretty productive. Like I said, I scored a documentary during this time. A whole lot of things have been happening creatively because you don't have any other distractions. Like, I mean, I know that we play in church and stuff, but like when you don't have to go to rehearsal 3 nights out of the week because you play at 3 different churches, when you don't have to learn.
The old girl house. They go in the old girl house, and I'm saying protect yourself.
I don't know what they're doing, but I'm talking about me right now. That's what they're doing. Huh? When
they're doing it, and she's telling you it's okay.
No,
it'll be fine.
Listen,
no,
Brody.
Won't be fine. It's not okay.
All right, y'all.
Wrong.
We just wanted to catch up, and we glad we got to catch up, and we'll be back on Sunday. You feel me?
Yeah, download the app. It's still there.
Yep, it's still there.
Still there, brother. Go ahead and
real
download
quick,
it.
Sam Campbell says Sticks is about to talk about the Church of Pinky.
She is an evangelist, Bishop. She's an evangelist of the Most High God in this place.
You need help, bro.
Listen, she definitely shouts unto God.
Oh, in real talk, I'm gonna be hitting some of y'all. Listen, hey, if you want to be a guest on this podcast, I need you to leave a comment on the video, not in the chat, not in the live chat, but on the video. Leave a comment in the video. I'm gonna hit you guys up because we're looking to get some of you guys on to be on the podcast and chat with us, man. We'd love to chat with y'all. We can get on a Zoom call. We can get on a Skype call. We want to connect with you guys in that way. So that's what I'm.
Hey, listen, we doing Zoom. Don't even download Skype. If you have it, it's cool. But we're using Zoom.
That's what we're using. And don't worry, we're gonna work out the audio issues. You feel me? This is our first time doing this and streaming in different places and running audio. So we'll make it work.
Yeah, let's shoot for a guest next week. Somebody comment. Yep. I think I want Deacon Sam Campbell in the building.
I really feel like he got to be the first one. So I'm gonna reach out to Sam on IG in the DM because I follow him on my personal page too. So.
But you never double tap his videos because he don't support.
I always double tap his videos when they pop up. I don't.
He don't watch them. He don't watch them,
bro. You stop it, bro. Anyway, we're gonna get with y'all on the next one. We'll see y'all on next Sunday around this time, man. Peace.